Let me tell you something that most people will never say out loud. Success isn't about how smart you are. It's not about who your parents are, what school you went to, or how much money you started with. Most people fail because they think wrong. Yeah, you heard me. They lose the game before it even starts because their mindset is working against them. You could have all the talent in the world. You could read every book, take every course, watch every motivational video, but if your thinking is broken, your results will be too. So let's get real. There's a way of thinking that kills your potential before you even get a chance to prove yourself, and you might be doing it right now without even realizing. Let's start with the most dangerous one of all, the victim mindset. This is the belief that life is happening to you, that you're stuck where you are because of someone else, because of your boss, because of your past, because of your childhood, your city, your family, your lack of connections. You say, it's not fair. You say, other people have it easier. You say, if I had what they had, I'd be successful too. And you know what? You might be right, but here's the problem. None of that thinking helps you. Blaming the world doesn't move you forward. Feeling sorry for yourself doesn't change your situation. Making excuses might protect your ego for a while, but it destroys your future. The truth is brutal, but it's real. Nobody's coming to save you. And the more time you spend pointing fingers, the less time you spend building something real. Successful people, they take ownership. Even when it's not their fault, even when life slaps them in the face, they say, this sucks, but it's on me to change it. And that is power. That's how you take your life back. Now let's talk about another killer, the obsession with instant results. We live in a world of 2-day shipping and 10-second dopamine hits. We've been trained to expect everything now. So when success takes time, and it always does, we panic. We quit. We tell ourselves it's not working. You try a new habit for a week, don't see results, and give up. You start a side hustle, get no sales in the first month, and walk away. You hit the gym, don't see a six-pack and say, guess I'm just not built for this. But let me ask you something. Would you plant a seed in the ground and dig it up every day to check if it's grown? Of course not. That would kill it. So why do you do that with your goals? Success doesn't work on your timeline. It doesn't care about your impatience. It rewards those who show up consistently, long after the motivation wears off. You want real results? Then stop chasing shortcuts. Start showing up, even when it's boring, even when it's slow, even when nothing seems to be happening, because that's when the real growth begins. Now here's a mindset that keeps more people stuck than almost anything else. The fear of failing. You know the voice. What if I mess up? What will people think? What if I try and still fail? So you stay quiet. You stay hidden. You convince yourself it's safer not to try at all. But you're not protecting yourself. You're building your own prison. You want to succeed. You need to make peace with failure. You need to understand it's not a sign you're broken. It's a sign you're in the game. Every person you admire failed. Every champion lost. Every entrepreneur got laughed at. Every success story has a chapter called humiliation. You cannot grow without messing up. You cannot win without risk. You cannot become something new while clinging to who you used to be. So fall, fail, get up, do it again. Because the only real failure is never starting. Let's go deeper. There's another trap that poisons your progress, and that's comparison. You scroll through social media. You see someone younger than you with a 6-figure business, someone prettier, more fit, more successful, and you think, I'm behind. I'm not enough. Why even try? But here's what you're forgetting. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. You see their wins, not their breakdowns at 2 a.m. You see their success, not the years of silent struggle it took to get there. Comparison is a lie. It will rob you of your peace. It will distract you from your path. It will make you chase their dream instead of building your life. You are not in a race against them. You are in a race against the person you were yesterday. That's it. Make that person proud. That's the only scoreboard that matters. And finally, let's talk about one of the sneakiest success killers of all, the all-or-nothing mindset. This is when you tell yourself, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. You miss one workout, so you quit the gym. You break your diet, so you binge for the rest of the week. You skip one day of writing, and suddenly the dream is dead. This is perfectionism in disguise. It tells you if it's not flawless, it's worthless. But that's a lie. Success doesn't come from perfect days. It comes from consistent days, from getting back on track, from choosing to show up again and again and again. Progress isn't linear. It's messy. It's full of setbacks, stumbles, and detours. But that's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you win. You don't need a perfect plan. You need persistence. You need resilience. You need the courage to keep going, even when everything in you wants to stop. So, let me ask you something. What if today was the day you stopped thinking like the old you? What if today you dropped the excuses, the fear, the need for perfection, and just started? You don't have to become your best self overnight. You just have to stop becoming your worst one. Take one step, then another, because the truth is simple and terrifying and freeing. You'll never be successful if you keep thinking like a victim, like a quitter, like a perfectionist, like someone who believes success is for other people. But you will become unstoppable if you think like someone who refuses to stay down, who owns every failure, who shows up when it's hard, who acts even when they're afraid, who doesn't wait for permission. You don't need to be chosen. You need to choose yourself. So start now. Start messy. Start scared. Just don't wait, because the clock's ticking. And the life you want is on the other side of the mindset you're about to let go. If this message hit you, if you felt something shift, then do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. The world doesn't need more talkers. It needs more doers. So go be one. You've got this.